Right, here we are. Good afternoon, everyone. It's Antony Carpen, all bunged up. Wandering down Hartington Grove, just on my way to the co-op to get some supplies and getting out of the house for a bit, even though I'm a bit contagious. But I need food, and unfortunately it means I'm going to miss a rehearsal this evening, because I don't want to spread my lurgy to the rest of the music collective, especially as we've got a gig coming up on the 10th of February at the Cambridge Corn Exchange for the Illuminate Festival on a Friday, so please do come. Now, in probably about 2 hours' time from here, I'm due to be on BBC Radio Cambridgeshire to discuss the elections coming up for this new executive mayor for Cambridgeshire and Peterborough, the one that I've been moaning about and am against in principle. And the reason why the BBC have called me on is to discuss the lack of women candidates. And so, obviously, with all things Lost Cambridge even, I've been going through the archives to look at the examples of, for me, women who shaped modern Cambridge and beyond even. And I'm coming up with more and more examples of people who really did shape the Cambridge that we know today. Now, I'm in the ward of Queen Edith's down Hartington Grove, and one of the things that you'll note, I'm facing west at the moment, but if you go southwards that way, one of the things you'll know, as I mentioned in my last vlog post, is that there are no pubs in that direction, and the only pub in the ward is the reopened Queen Edith. And it was the statistical work by Antony Carpen, who, as a historical figure, I'm just hopelessly in love with because of the work that she did, who came up with the data around the impact of poverty and alcohol and how they interrelated. And one of the things that strikes me now, as I mentioned again in a previous blog post I wrote for Lost Cambridge, is that all of these amazing women have been written out of history. I've been through, and I've got quite a collection now of books about Cambridge local history, and all of these amazing people, whether it's Antony Carpen, whether it's Florence Ada Keynes, whether it's Eva Hartree, the third and first woman mayors of Cambridge, whether it's Lady Alice Bragg, whether it's the heroes who died in the bombing of Parker's Peace, Petica Robertson and Lucy Gent, even Daisy Hopkins, the 17-year-old patriarchy-smashing hero who metaphorically castrated Cambridge University and their Protestant constables back in the 1890s, barely get a mention in any of the history books, which is why I've kind of said, well, me and Puffles are going to kind of change all that and we're going to write them back in. And so what I want to do with those people who I'm calling Cambridge heroes, for want of another term, is to see if they can, through their own amazing examples, inspire a new generation of women politicians and activists to come through, pick up the baton, and make Cambridge great. Anyway, I'm on a very busy Hills Road now, so I shall see you soon.